She realized immediately that she was being watched. Knowing that only she and Jack were in the house, she went to confront him at once. Jack, however, showed no fear or guilt. Instead, he began to praise her appearance, calling her captivating and stating that even his own mother didn't compare to her. This chilled Anna to the bone, and she instantly sensed that something was deeply wrong. Suspecting that the death of Jack's mother was no accident, she demanded to know the truth. Jack proposed a dark bargain. He would reveal everything only if Anna undressed. Desperate for answers, Anna complied and began to remove her clothes. Before we dive in, make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss a plot twist. The movie begins with a beautiful woman named Sarah getting ready for a bath, where she tragically loses her life after electrocuting herself. A few months pass before we are introduced to Elise, Paul's second wife, who arrives at a luxurious estate in the Spanish countryside. She has come with the intention of managing the home and looking after Paul's young son, Marcus. Upon meeting the boy, Elise finds him to be incredibly rude and arrogant. He even brazenly admits to her that he took $1,000 from his father's nightstand just to pay for a taxi. Following this encounter, Marcus begins to harbor inappropriate feelings for his new stepmother. During a discussion about a varicella epidemic, he asks Elise how old she is. When she reveals she is only 22, Marcus pointedly remarks that she is actually closer in age to him than to his father. Elise is repulsed and sternly warns him against making such obscene comment. Later, while Marcus is in the bathroom, Elise receives a call from Paul, who is in France for a book signing. She brings the phone to Marcus so he can speak with his father. As Elise turns her back to continue talking to her husband, Marcus takes advantage of the moment and begins to touch her inappropriately on her thighs and chest. Furious and shaken, Elise abruptly hangs up the phone.
Anything I can do? Get you?
No.
Let's to read some.
The study of the times. I like cold chicken and salad. How old are you?
15.
Mother was 35 when she died.
The following morning, Marcus is playing on the lawn with his dog when Elise calls him in for breakfast. On his way, he stops at the mailbox to retrieve the mail and quickly hides a specific letter. Elise catches the movement and asks what it is, but Marcus dismisses her, claiming it is just a routine notice from his school. Later, while Marcus is swimming, Elise goes to dry him off as he leaves the pool. She tries once more to ask about the hidden letter, but Marcus reacts with uncharacteristic anger.
Salt. What? Curiosity was her downfall. Why'd you try to talk like Paul?
I can see your eyes, but you can't see.
The story then moves to the airport, where Elise and Marcus pick up Paul. For a brief moment, they appear to be a normal family as the three of them get into the car and head home. That evening, Paul attempts to share an intimate moment with his wife, but Elise is visibly uncomfortable. She sees Marcus outside playing with his dog and asks Paul if the boy has any friends. Paul explains that while Marcus has peers, he prefers to be alone, stating that Sarah's death deeply traumatized him and that he simply needs love and attention. They eventually decide to have lunch at a restaurant because Marcus loves Chinese food. While there, Paul asks Elise if she saw the money he left on his nightstand. Elise immediately says it was Marcus who took it, but the boy flatly denies the accusation. Paul says he only wanted to know in case the maid had stolen it, but Elise stands up for the maid, describing her as a decent and honest woman. She tries to force Marcus to admit what he told her earlier about the taxi money, but Marcus twists the situation and accuses Elise of lying. To end the conflict, Paul tells them there is no point in making a scene. From that moment on, Elise and Paul begin to argue frequently, which starts to destabilize their marriage. Elise takes matters into her own hands and searches Marcus's room to find the money. While she doesn't find the cash, she discovers the letter Marcus had hidden and realizes he has been expelled from school. When Marcus finds out she searched his room, he tells his father that Elise hates him and is only accusing him of theft to be malicious. Paul tells Marcus that she just needs time to adjust but promises to speak with her.
Yes.
You think I did? I suppose I've been looking for.
The money. Did you?
Is he happy there?
He doesn't complain.
Elise goes to Marcus's school to speak with the principal, who reveals that Marcus was actually kicked out because of his disturbing behavior. He had been caught spying on couples in the neighborhood, drawing graphic images, and had even tortured and killed a cat. The principal also reveals that Paul is already fully aware of these incidents and believes Marcus is mentally unstable and needs a psychologist. That night, Paul and Elise attend a party at Sophie's house. It is revealed that Sophie was a close friend of Sarah and that the house Elise is living in is the exact one where the couple lived before Sarah's death. On the drive home, Elise is livid that Paul never told her the truth about the house. Paul justifies his silence by saying he was devastated and just wanted a fresh start. When Elise asks for details about Sarah's death, Paul claims she had a heart attack in the bathtub. Later, Paul notices his missing money has been returned to its original spot. Elise insists Marcus must have put it back and accuses Paul of closing his eyes to his son's behavior and the real reasons for his expulsion. Paul admits he knew about the school incidents, but refuses to punish Marcus, arguing that the boy found his mother's body and is just using this behavior as a coping mechanism. He begs Elise for patience and understanding. Moved by Paul's words, Elise tries to be kinder to Marcus, but her efforts are useless. The next day, she finds Sarah's old belongings in the attic. When she mentions them to Marcus, he claims they aren't his mother's clothes, showing a total lack of regard for her memory. Paul prepares for another trip to France, and Elise asks Marcus if he'd like to spend time with her. Marcus, who now hates his stepmother for rejecting his earlier advances, refuses and says he'd rather be alone. He then cryptically asks her if she knows the truth about his mother's accident. Confused, since she thought it was a simple illness, Elise finds Sophie at Sarah's grave to get more information. Sophie takes her home and reveals the truth. During Marcus's 10th birthday party, Sarah was electrocuted in the bath by a frayed electrical cord. Sophie mentions that Sarah might have survived if she hadn't hidden a serious heart condition from everyone. Elise is furious at Paul for hiding such a significant detail and confronts him. They have a heated argument where Paul accuses her of neglecting him, while Elise feels trapped in a dysfunctional family. Frustrated, Elise turns to drinking. When Paul finds her drunk, he rejects her as he is leaving for his trip. Elise eventually discovers a Judas peephole in the attic that allows someone to spy on the main room. She confronts Marcus, who admits he loves watching her and listening to her private conversations. He manipulates her into undressing in exchange for the truth, revealing that he was the only one who knew about Sarah's heart problems because he had intercepted a letter from her doctor. When Paul returns home, Elise takes him to the attic to show him the peephole, but Marcus has already filled it in. Paul, fed up, suggests that Elise is the one who needs a psychiatrist. She goes to see a doctor and describes Marcus's behavior, but the doctor refuses to believe a child is capable of such high-level manipulation, concluding that Elise is the one with the problem.
I've been to the cleaners to collect some clothes. I can remember his exact words about turning hair.
Why do you think? And who did he believe?
I'm not sure. He took that money, 1,000 pesetas.
Wasn't the money found, but you're certain?
Certain.
To what purpose?
Well, to prove to Paul he was not.
Is Paul very affectionate or
Touching him.
over-affectionate?
Angry.
Betrayed?
Yes.
And when
Advanced.
knowledgeable? Yes?
Almost beautiful. All the time.
Age? I suppose he could.
Elise continues her own investigation and becomes convinced that Marcus actually caused his mother's death. The family later finds Marcus's dog dead in the pool, and though Paul has his doubts, he still takes no action. Convinced Marcus is coming for her next, Elise spirals into nightmares and a nervous breakdown, eventually leading Paul to commit her to a mental institution. Months later, Elise is released, and Paul and Marcus come to pick her up. She has a strange, disturbed look on her face. They go to a park where Marcus is playing with a new dog his father gave him for his birthday. Elise approaches Marcus and begs him not to attack her, claiming she has finally learned her lesson. She even suggests that they should find a way to make Paul disappear so the two of them can live together. As a car speeds toward them on the nearby road, Elise sees her chance. She takes the toy the dog was chasing and throws it into the street. The dog bolts after it, and Marcus, still just a child at heart, rushes into the road to save his pet. The film ends with Elise watching the scene with a cold, honest smile. After everything she endured, she decided that desperate situations required desperate measures.